in this way.
Aloha, guys.
You're going to have
Broadcasting JohnRemus.com TV. I want to share something here.
Else. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Let's consider what this guy's saying.
There's not enough laughter. There's so much stress for success. Psalm 127 talks about it. People staying up late, working hard, not getting enough sleep. Sometimes we're hustling around, we're hurrying around.
Okay, so in effect, this is a quote-unquote pastor of a church, or I like terms like preacher or speaker instead, because pastor almost has an authoritative, dominative quality about the ring of it, just like the word some minister, like it's kind of like over someone. It's like it almost has a hierarchical effect to the way it sounds. But the point being is, what's actually going on out there when people talk about, oh, I love Jesus, or oh, I should fear God, or oh, it's bad to sin, or oh, I'm afraid of hell, or well, like, what's actually occurring, or oh, the Bible's right, or God's right, or the Bible's wrong. I'm here to offer some considerations. First of all, with my general position that I like the idea of sacredness and respect of the body, and waiting until the right one. No sex before marriage. But see, there are gray areas that even the Bible misses in this, regarding this matter, such as, what if it's more than just sex before marriage? What if it's intimacy before marriage, and not even only physical intimacy, but verbal intimacy as well? That should be restricted. What I'm saying is that you can discover all about someone that if you consider yourself ready for marriage, perhaps ready to have children. By the way, I think it's smart to have children right away, or plan to, because you don't want to have to use contraceptives and whatnot. Maybe later you can have a vasectomy or a mastectomy, but the point being, want to make sure I stay on track here, that it shouldn't be about being afraid to go to hell, or being punished, or being not wanting to sin, in the sense of, if you engage in intimacy before marriage, that would be evil or bad. It should be where, because of reason and science and historical reference and foresight, that we should naturally and organically and joyfully want to avoid that lifestyle of pursuing short-term relations and non-committal engagements, and a life wherein one is, in effect, run by their desires, if not the desires of another person. A life where you're dispersing your energy, you're diluting your energy and your passion and your love, and then calling it love, calling it that you love another person, that you care about them, but do you really? Would you want to be with them if they were older, or in a wheelchair, or through life's various circumstances? See, there's something that transcends physicality. There's something that makes it so that you, without question and undisputably, want to, the term is unequivocally, you want to be with someone more so than anyone else. This is the magic that would allow somebody to want to be with their wife or spouse, even though the woman, their spouse, might be older, and they see maybe younger people passing by, but they want good for those younger people. and but they but they nonetheless want to be with their spouse, and there's a reason for that. The reason being that they're their dream mate or life partner, someone who they are committed to enjoy and in truth, and a higher truth, not a truth of, oh, I like this person, they're friendly, they seem like they could be a good person or parent, or they they may be able to help me meet my needs and desires and wants, and we have a mutual attraction. That's not enough. There has to be the added element of dreams in order for them to achieve the status of dream mate. Something, a person who, when your foundation is in Christianity they talk about the rock, right? Well, you want your rock, your foundation, to be based upon your dreams, because then you're indestructible. Then you've just transcended time and death, and you are into a realm, not a theoretical or metaphysical or spiritual or going beyond reality or supernatural, but a very real realization that, I am all that is. I'm going to reincarnate, and I can make contributions to humanity that will outlive and outlast me, that will be either actual technologies and inventions or concepts that can benefit humanity, and they will outlive me and make things better for not only myself and people around me in future generations, but of course my future incarnations, wherever I reincarnate. So for instance, there would be to people who say they don't like their body or they don't like their life circumstance. Well, work on it and improve what you can, but also realize that, guess what? You can invest in whomever you want. We're all together on this. We can invest in a couple that you find attractive and you think they have a good chance of raising a family in a safe environment, and invest in them as you can, and in turn those persons' grandchildren may very well be the next you in 50 years or whatever it is. They will be your future incarnation, and that's an exciting idea. What do you think? But getting back to the discussion here,
some pretty, some expensive, some inviting.
let's see what
But
this
my heart always skips
gentleman's
a beat
talking
when I
about
turn
here.
down the road and see my house nestled against the hill. I guess I'm especially proud of the house and the way it looks because I drew the plans myself. It started out large enough for us.
He's sharing some, I would say, pleasant and uplifting rhetoric, but it's when you actually examine the root issues where I think you find some flaws in the reasoning or what the Bible has to offer. Namely, why do people like the idea of a Jesus or a heaven? I actually dislike those ideas. The Jesus is a savior, a hero that can uplift people and free them from bondage or free them from an earthly realm. But I like the idea of life and death because it offers a conclusion to things, and it offers an opportunity for new beginnings and just variety of reincarnation, and that the implication therein is that there's purpose in life and importance, and I wouldn't want that to be taken away by some quote unquote heroes figuring everything out. That's an unrealistic, egoic, simplistic, I would say, idea that could happen, that there could be a heaven to exist in where there's no difficulty, challenge, effort, meaning, or purpose. Who'd want that? Isn't reincarnation a more satisfactory alternative to actual existential possibilities? And so what I'm saying is that the idea of a heaven is, I feel, not or hell. They're not really consistent with the reality of unity and everyone's together, because they have to do with punishing and rewarding people in a way that is not how real life works. Real life is you get punished in real life, and of course there's karma, I believe, but our problems are ours, from the good guys to the bad guys. It's all ours, and we can all improve. And maybe in our past lifetime we've been one of the bad guys or the good guys, and in the future it could be the same. But the point being that let's take on our problems and let's make it a choice. Just choose to say, you know what? Instead of thinking that somehow all the answers are in one place, or one person, or one, and there's some type of authority, which all leads to being sheeple and submissive. This whole idea of and by the way, the Bible was, I believe, written by the Flavian Empire in Rome in 70 A.D., something worthy of investigation on YouTube and the internet. But the point being that these need to be examined, these ideas, to realize that there's more to life. One, and two, we can make it. Thanks for considering.